Welcome to BurghTakes, hosted by Kaleb, Myles, and Logan. For all black and gold sports, it all starts here, nestled on the mighty Pittsburgh rivers.
Root for our home team, a new pirate generation, everybody shout, let's go,
Welcome back to BurghTakes. We got you guys an exclusive episode debriefing everything from Monday training camp. Pat McAfee was here. Last time we did this, we were at day one, Wednesday. We called it episode 17 and a half. So now we're going to go with 18 and a half. Maybe we should have got a specific name if we're going to do this more, but I like it. We're going a little improper. That's like how we are. We have a lot to talk about. I'm Myles. How are you guys doing? Logan and Kaleb, as always.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah, it's
Doing
been
fantastic.
Great day of training camp. Great day. Great weather.
Oh yeah.
We're rolling.
How was your
It was
guys'
fun.
takeaways? Obviously, last time was your first time there. How'd you guys like it compared to this time with McAfee and everything?
I think the first day was cool. Not big of a turnout as we thought it was. It was kind of pretty dull, and then the next couple of days throughout the week, it got a bit more. More people showed up. But today with the McAfee, yeah, it was. I mean, it was a little dull in the start, but then when everyone just started filling in, it was great. We got some good clips and stuff like that. A lot of good QB work, RB work all around.
Logan,
Yeah,
your
I mean,
thoughts on the day?
no, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought it was more fun than the first day because it was kind of like we knew what to expect more. We kind of like had a game plan going into it. Like we didn't sit on the bleachers. I feel like the bleachers were like they were a good seat, but like honestly, it's like it's better to roam and kind of be like in the
Hmm.
grass and be like able to get closer and stuff. And like yeah, like Caleb said, we got some good clips out of it. We made some good content out of it. It was fun. I mean, uh, I also really like the turnout. I wonder if it was definitely a lot more to do with the McAfee show than like the
Hmm.
first day of pads. But like in my head, I like to think it was the first day of pads, but it definitely wasn't. Because of the first day of pads, it wasn't. But I mean, all around it was a fun day. We didn't see the McAfee show in person, but I mean, I was about pooped after that. I was sitting in the sun and everything.
It was too crowded over there. Like there was way too many
Oh
people.
yeah.
Like you couldn't even get in the what do you call it, the barricade they had set up
Hmm.
in the field. But hey, it was still a good show. I watched it when I came home.
Yeah. It looked like it was definitely a good crowd, and like the players definitely liked it for sure. A lot of, well, I'm sure we'll talk about it more on our weekly episode, but there was a lot of noteworthy comments made for sure. But
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, you said it, Logan. It was the first day of pads. There was a lot to talk about. We should obviously start where we always do with the quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of storylines, a lot to take away. I mean, starting with the top, Aaron Rodgers threw one of two interceptions on the day. He threw his to Patrick Queen, but other than that, what do you guys take away? Besides, I mean, it seemed like the biggest thing, from his day was his comments on
Uh,
pleading the fifth and playing his best Dr. Anthony Fauci impression, or like he tried to say it on Pat McAfee. Other than that, he didn't really have anything else going for him on the field. But I don't know what you guys saw from Rodgers per se on there.
No, I mean, I think he was just having fun after. I think it was just him just letting loose a little bit, just airing all the grievances that he's had built up. But I mean, on the field, I mean, I think the one positive takeaway that I can take from this is just his connection with DK and just how strong that's getting, really. And just, we saw the passes he was making. And like, I mean, he, even if they weren't contested, he was just zipping dots to him. So, I mean, that was positive to see and see that connection grow. But I mean, like you said, the McAfee comments were crazy. I mean, he was talking about Deanna Tarusi, calling the program that he was on a shithole. I mean, Jesus, this guy was just going crazy.
Hey, he doesn't care anymore about whatever he
No,
says. That was hilarious. I came home and watched that, and that was funny as shit. But I mean, on the field, I mean, yeah, I mean, like Logan said, I mean, it was just DK and Aaron Rodgers today. I don't know. I kind of not try to overreact with Rodgers because sometimes I feel like he's just trying to get back into it and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I don't want to like
I agree.
overreact. Like for him, like I kind of want to focus more on just the rookies and how they play, and I judge them more and like the QB2 and 3 and then 4. QB1, it's like, bro, you're gonna have mistakes. I mean, you've seen all around the NFL. I mean, recently I saw a clip of Patrick Mahomes throwing a ball and he completely just hit. I think it hit off his offensive lineman head or whatnot. But it's like, bro, don't overreact to something like that. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't know if Aaron Rodgers is trying or not, and the defense obviously is really good, so can't
I mean, we
really.
should be lucky he's there. He doesn't really have
Yeah,
to be at this point. He's kind of.
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, it is mandatory, but he is literally above this. Like he's just going through the motions type of thing, just getting over
Yeah.
with. It feels like, but he's still putting an effort. It definitely, I think I mean, I think besides that DK connection, like you said, like it really wasn't a great performance. Like it was kind of pedestrian. I don't know. There was nothing really like I stuck out
I
to me
agree.
on his day, but. I don't know. I don't know if you have anything else to say on Rodgers. Definitely think, like you say, it's hard to judge for him now. Just have to
I,
wait
th-
and see.
I think you summed it up really well. I don't really have anything else to add on Rodgers, to be
But
honest with you.
I mean, with Mason as the backup, I mean, he got a good amount of reps today. I mean, compared to when we were first there, we can't really see how it was. Maybe it was gradual, but it felt
Hmm.
like it was a sudden drop. Like he didn't get maybe
Oh,
the
yeah.
same amount of playing time as when we were there the first day. Um, but I don't know what you guys took away from him. I mean, I wrote it down. He really didn't do anything like of note. It didn't seem like, with that lesser playing time, there was really
Hmm.
anything, even when he was there, to like be like, wow, that was Rudolph. I mean, it just kind of was like I said last time, he's playing on borrowed time, and I think you're seeing that literally play out.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
some of the 7-on-7 drills, like I didn't see anything. I just saw the old Mason like little check down, or when no one's open, he just throws it out of bounds. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say for Mason. I just see the same old stuff. I don't see any improvement, and I've always been preaching that he should be cut. And that's no knock on him. It's just like just let the rookies battle it out. That's
Hmm.
the best way to go about it. But I mean, Logan, what do you think?
Oh, I think that he's 100%. He looked invisible out there today.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Miles said, I don't know if it was a gradual thing. We haven't been there in person in a long time, but it felt like he wasn't as involved. And I remember I looked at Miles and I said that it even felt like, even at the beginning, Aaron Rodgers was getting the majority of the snaps, but it felt like he was getting even more snaps this day. And Mason felt like he got like almost next to none. And so
Mhm.
I honestly feel like, from what I've seen, at least from first day into this, it feels like McCarthy is leaning towards taking the two developmental guys and just leaning on that and just, I mean, I feel like he can develop one of them. I mean, it looks like they both have very high upside. It just
Mhm.
depends which one you think is higher. But I think the smartest move that he also probably is thinking is keep them both, because you know what you're getting with Rudolph.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, we got to talk about those two developmental guys because that was what we saw a lot of today. And I mean, the talk between the two definitely, not that Howard didn't do anything to, put himself with a positive case, but Allar really was the talk and the highlight of it all was his 55-yard pass downfield. There's some good clips out there. You guys were sources of them. So
Yeah.
we got some good, we're not one-hit wonders. BurghTakes got some clout out here again, but that's good to see. But no, I mean, I don't know. Besides that, there was definitely also some low lights. He didn't throw an interception. So, I mean, Howard also threw an interception. We'll get into that. But so the ball security was there, but then there was also that low light of the drop snap, his first time out there on the 7-7s, and then the net, which was, I mean, that's bad. That was the worst
That
clip
was
of the
That
day.
was
terrible.
pretty
That
bad.
was
And
terrible.
the angle from Mike DeFabo from behind them
I
all,
saw that.
we're
Yeah.
switching between them. It's just bad, and the crowd
Well,
reaction too. That
And
was really terrible to see.
I
Will
would
hit it right before that,
Yeah.
before when Drew came up, which was a
like.
bit funny.
The two you guys just said, the two worst things about that was Will Howard going up there and banging it in the top corner,
Hmm.
and then the crowd
Hmm.
reaction. I mean, it was loud. That was probably like the loudest
Yeah.
I've heard the entire time I was there. Like that was just full
Oh, for
disappointment from
sure.
everybody.
We weren't in that vicinity. You could tell that there was something going on. Like it was like, oh, what's
Oh
going on
yeah.
over here?
Hmm.
I mean, the biggest thing to me that took away from Aller, obviously besides a missed throw, what like the arm didn't look bad. It was like his footwork. He almost looked like he was just throwing off of one foot with his
Hmm.
front foot, like kind of like hopping. Like it was not like planted at all. Like how a quarterback they teach you what to do.
Well, I was seeing a lot of people are saying that's him copying Aaron Rodgers. That he's
No,
learning from
honestly,
Aaron
I think
Rodgers.
I think that. because you could see Rodgers flip, pivot, and
Yeah.
plant, and you see Allar try to quickly look at it from behind, and then when he steps up, he tries to do the exact same movement, but it's clunky, over-exaggerated. He moves in the same way, but it's not tight, precise. 20 years of experience, like the greatest of all time does. I mean there's a difference. I think you're right there that is a good observation, because I saw that.
I think also, I mean, I was thinking about it whenever I did see that. I think it's great that he has Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers in his first year that he can kind of develop under. Because I mean, I was thinking even today whenever I saw the clips of him, and even whenever I saw him in person when we were getting the clips of him, I just think his decision making looked a lot faster between
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday to today. Like Wednesday he looked flustered almost every snap, almost every rep he had whenever it was like almost whenever it was live. But today he looked sort of calm. I mean, he was making
Mm-hmm.
good decisions. He didn't really throw it up in triple coverage like he was. He was throwing it into tight windows. I mean, day by day, man. I mean, I know it's just practice, but day by day he looks like he's getting better, and I like the people that he's going to be able to develop under. I think it's good for him.
It's all about just trying stuff, and that starts with the deep ball, which he did, and like the net drill, like you said, just trying the Rodgers thing, like
Yeah.
that. Like, maybe it is like that type of thing is what pays off, as minuscule what it is, just trying to see and emulate and replicate, because we have seen, an exponential development with Allar fast, but.
hmm
I mean, moving on, besides that 60-yard ball, there was really not much to talk about with the quarterbacks. I mean, Howard, it felt like he was, personally, I don't know, I feel like he was just serviceable out there. It wasn't bad. He made some decent decisions too, made some tight windows, but other than that, like, there wasn't really any results that, like, you could say, like, oh, that was a big highlight or anything. The biggest storyline was him just getting the last rep of practice, kind of like how we saw Allar did the last time. And we read between the lines and we said, oh, this means so much. And now the script flipped completely for us. So I don't know if you guys want to give insight into that. Maybe it's just giving love to both of them, seeing how they react, or I don't know. It's just definitely a different situation, and what you guys saw from Howard's play out there today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, like you said, he got the QB2 reps in the last 2-minute drills. And obviously he had two D-line tipped two balls in there in the 2-minute drill. I mean, some of the passes he made, I mean, the wide receiver had a chance to get it, but it just wasn't online, as what we've seen. I think his last time he went out for training camp, he played really well. I saw clips, but just the ball wasn't on the wide receivers as you would think it was. I mean, what they try to come down with it, but it just wasn't good balls. Yeah, I don't really have much than that with Howard.
See, I was just gonna say, like, Will Howard, I mean, from what I've seen, he looked good whenever it as weird as it sounds to say, I mean, he looks good when it's not throwing to live like action. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
whenever it was like the
Yeah.
live action, it looked a little more wobbly, like Kaleb would say. It looked a little less accurate. Like the decision making it looked like sped up to me. And I mean, like you said, I think we read a little bit too in between the lines with the Drew Allar getting the last reps. Because I feel like, honestly, if you look at a lot of I've seen like some of the last reps in practice, and they give it to the defense sometimes, they give it to the offense. I feel like they're giving them chances to compete, and it's like they're trying to end on the last good play. So I think Will Howard getting it, I mean, I think it is just a chance for him to be like, all right, show what you can do in the last reps, like we gave Drew Allar, but wasn't as good as what Drew Allar did. But, I mean, in the end, I feel like I said, practice, you can't really read too much into it.
Exactly.
I want to
Exactly
I
right.
want to give. I mean, I know you said not to read into it, but I'm gonna try to read into it and pose
You can
a
do that.
question.
You can do that.
Just because I do agree that there is a difference on the net and the open field practice we see with Howard and then his live stuff. And to me, almost, this is what I want to pose to you guys, is it almost looks like Howard, he kind of like is living and really thriving in this like direct competition with Allar. Like you see it where Allar like net exactly back to back. Howard threw a great ball, animated. You could tell he was like feeling it, and then Allar, maybe the nerves got to him and he chucked it a foot over. And then in live, where they're not directly against each other, just their abilities, it's looking like a different story. I don't know. It almost, to me, just it looks like there is something like Howard's just really looking directly at Allar, and there's something fierce there. I think. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I have a question, Miles. I mean, I know Allar played for Penn State. He played for Penn State his whole career, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
I mean,
well, no, he didn't. I thought he trained. I thought his first
No,
year
no, no.
he
no,
No,
did.
he was. No, yeah, he played for Penn State his
that's
whole
what I
career.
thought. No, so what I'm saying is like, when's the last time he had to compete for that starting spot, you think?
Non high school probably. I mean, I don't think he played right away. I think he might have had. He wasn't a true freshman. He did have the red shirt, so there's that he had to have dealt with. But once he did
Hmm.
get the job, he never looked back. So
And so
yeah,
that's kind of what I was gonna say is like I know it's not for QB1, obviously. It's still
yeah,
it's not that. But I mean like you kind of have a guy in Will Howard who was at different colleges like Kent State and all that. And he goes to Ohio State and wins a championship. And this is a guy that has competed. He has fought for his spot. You know what I mean? He was supposed to be a guy at Penn State, right? And then they flipped on him or whatever.
hmm
And I mean, so this is the guy that's had the grind, and I feel like you mentioned, he's better in that head to head. But Drew Allar has never really been in that situation, so I feel like that is getting in his head a little bit. But whenever it comes to that open field play and just kind of being in a system and playing in the game, it feels like Drew Allar's a little more free, and he's not thinking about Will Howard a little bit more.
Or do we
I
think
definitely
just he
agree.
knows that he's not going to get cut? Wait, no, that's kind of
Oh well,
crazy.
there's that. I
But
mean,
like,
he
yeah,
obviously knows he's not going to get cut. He's a
No,
third
I
round
don't. I
pick.
know
It's
he
his
does.
first
He isn't
year.
gonna get cut, but I do think there's a when he's directly next to like, oh, here's what
Yeah,
Howard does.
yeah,
Here's what I do.
yeah.
He
yeah.
thinks, oh, I need to put up a result directly better or comparable to
You
him.
see it. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, you can see it, and you
yeah,
don't see that with Howard. Or if you do, you see him handle it better. I think
Hmm.
yeah. I can agree
that
100%.
matters for being a quarterback. That mental
Hmm.
aptitude, but then also at the same time, like that's what I was saying in the live thing. It's paying off like differently. So it is kind of like an interesting thing to watch to see just not how they develop it just with their play, but also mentally. I don't know. That was just me. I definitely am reading into it
No,
so much after you went on a rant of not
no,
reading into it, but
no. I think that actually was a good question though, because that's not as reading into it as like like thinking about like starting jobs. I mean, like that is a
yeah.
direct competition. Will Howard has talked about that direct competition, and he has embraced that competition. He said it's no bitter competition, but he has
Mm-mm.
embraced that competition, and I think
Hmm.
he's more inclined to be in that. He likes being the underdog. He likes being doubted. So I
Yeah.
think he's more inclined in the head to head.
Didn't even mention maybe Drew Aller just to end our QB talk. Maybe his nerves were missing the net. Was it because his girlfriend was in attendance first time as a
I
pro?
just feel like
Do we
I
think
That
that's
just
could
feel
be
like
it
possible?
too. That could be
every
it too. I'm
time
not gonna lie.
every time I record, I'm not even joking. Like, I mean, we only been to training camp twice, but every time I record, he just fumbles. I don't know if it's me. Maybe I need to stop going. Maybe I need to stop recording. Because I swear to God, every time I record him, you can see on my Twitter, most of my clips are literally just bad clips of Drew Aller, and it's not like I'm recording way before that play.
And
And
make sure they know you're not hating on Drew Aller. It
no,
just
I'm
so
not hating
happens
on
to
Joe. There is a
be.
lot. Yeah, the way I, post things can make you think that I'm hating on him. But seriously, like I just record Drew Aller, and he just somehow just shits the
It's
bed.
like Looney
And
Tunes every time Caleb hits the camera.
swear to God, yeah, swear to God.
But other than that, I mean, obviously there was a lot to talk about with that. But in the backfield, I mean, they started off with 7-on-7s with the offense only, and it was pretty much only running backs. They got a lot of attention, but no one more than Warren. He actually took a bulk load of the RB1 carries, which is a little bit different than what we saw last time. It was more split, but Rico, maybe I don't know. It kind of goes which way you saw, which one maybe edged him out in what situation. But this time it was definitely Warren who got more. He had his own comments on the first day of pads. Just he really wasn't a fan of maybe the action. So you guys can maybe give your take on that per se. But other than that, I mean, Rico had some good plays, and Kaleb Johnson really got a bulk load of usage, more than I expected. So it really just seems like he had a completely clean slate with McCarthy in here, and it kind of looks like he sees something he likes. So other than that, I mean, that's all the narratives with the backfield. Open it up to the field here. But before that, got to give props to Travis Homer. I mean, he's coming out here early every single practice.
He is
So
grinding.
I do hope he can make an impact once the season starts. But I mean, a lot to talk about with the running back move. Starting with Warren, what do you guys think about him getting those bulk load of touches in the backfield?
I mean, I just think it's expected. I mean, I think he's not. I think he's gonna win the RB1 job. Obviously, it's kind of hard to judge running backs in training camp. I feel like,
Hmm.
because obviously there's no tackling, no nothing. They just
Hmm.
fully just run in, like no one's tackling them, so it's hard to like judge that. Um, but I mean, I think Rico also, he's quick and shifty. I really like him too. Like, don't doubt him. He should 100%. I feel like easily should get 1,000 yards. Um, and he was pretty good in the 2 minute drills I saw. He's like I said, he's quick and shifty. I don't know. I don't really have any thought. It's hard to just judge. I feel like I don't know if y'all can agree with me. It's hard to judge
Huh.
RBs in training camp. There's not
Yeah.
much like to look at,
Yeah.
especially when like how Mike McCarthy's doing it in training camp this year. It's hard to.
Well,
It is. It is true.
and I mean, yeah, like the running back's such a physical position that it's like whenever there's no tackling, no
Hmm.
taking them to the ground, you literally can't tell. So I mean, it's it's still up in the air. I do agree with you that it's like Warren getting the most touches and getting those RB1 touches is expected. I mean, he was the RB1 coming out of last year. I get like Miles said, clean slate with Mike McCarthy, but I mean, the guy was RB1. You kind of got to give him that you know, advantage to start out. I do also agree with Caleb that I think Rico Dowdle will get 1,000 yards, either if that's being the starter or if that's getting a few games with a with big yards. I just think that he's going to be good. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, just talking about just what Miles said in the beginning about the uneventful first day in pads. I just want to know why he's like. I know he's more of a physical guy, and he wants to like tackle all the time. And I just feel like he's like a bit mad that like maybe like this year, obviously you have an offensive coach. Maybe like you can, okay, maybe like he just I don't even know what I'm gonna say. We're just gonna forget it about it. But like, uh, yeah, I don't get why he was so mad. I saw it on Blitzberg and stuff. I don't know. I don't
oh,
understand why he was
about it not
just
being
the uneventful
eventful.
first day in pads. Like, what else
Well,
do you want to expect? Like,
that's the thing.
most
Well,
training
that's the thing
camps,
I
they're
was
not
gonna say.
tackling. Everyone's not tackling,
And you
right?
got the most touches out of the competitive. Like,
Yeah,
what do you like? You're complaining.
Like, I
What
know
more do
you
you
want to like
want?
jam faces all the time, and sometimes you don't want to just hit the hole. You rather just go in front of everyone. But like nowadays, you have an offensive coach. Hit the hole. You don't have to go straight into the defensive line. Like go into the wide open space. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's so
Do you
mad. Maybe it's just too many holes for him. Maybe he just wants to just go at D lineman and he can't
the thing I
anymore.
was
Now
gonna
that
ask with him saying this is, do you think with the first day pads they like made a mistake with it being on McAfee, so they were like, oh, we can't go too much, or we had to like run our practice in a certain way with like
yeah.
McAfee, so like they did stuff like the 2 minute drill, like they did to like, oh, get more passes, get more air plays, less hitting, or we saw the O line do a little bit of stuff, but like not tackle, like not as much, I don't know, stuff like Warren would be looking for, that smash and go football, like running the ball, that type of thing. Do you think maybe like that was an issue or something that played a factor of it maybe not playing to the players' expectations?
No, I think you're actually onto something because I mean, like even whenever we were out there and watching the practice, I mean, when they came out first and started with some like slow 7-on-7s with the offense and defense, and then they kind of just went into like, like those movement kind of drills where it was like fumble protection, like fumble recovery drills and like stuff like that, where it was just like it felt like it was just kind of like drills to get acclimated in the pads, and then whenever Pat McAfee started to show, we'll do the 2-minute drills to get something going on.
yeah.
And I'm like what? I mean, I've completely lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna pass it on to one of you guys.
No, I mean,
No,
I
yeah.
I don't get why he was so unhappy, but I mean, like, dude, at the end of the day, like, it's second week of training camp. Like, you can't expect much. Like, you can't just be
Yeah,
bashing heads in training camp. And I agree. I like the way, like we said in the other half episode, I like the way McCarthy's going about this on not tackling and stuff like that. But it was still
it,
physical, though.
that's what
I felt like it was
Yeah.
still physical today. Like, it was way more physical than when we went on Wednesday. They
I
were
mean.
actually like bumping heads a little bit. Obviously, they're not tackling, but I mean. One did tackle. I don't know who it was, but someone
Yeah,
did tackle each other
I was gonna
by
say
accident.
there was a couple of big hits. I mean, not like big huge hits, but like for
I feel
practice
like
there were
they
some big
jammed
hits.
together.
And I mean, like there was a couple of times where it seemed like they forgot not to take each other down, and they kind of realized last second and let go. So I mean, it was physical. I don't. I
Mm,
disagree with him that it wasn't a physical. If that's what he said, I think it was physical in the live drills.
yeah.
But I mean,
Mm,
other than that, I think that it was an uneventful sort of day, other than the 2 minute drill and the 7-on-7s
Yeah.
that we saw.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but there was a lot of talk surrounding the receivers, more than probably the backfield and all those comments and the quarterbacks for once. And a lot of it stemmed with Roman Wilson, how he was being played. But, obviously we talked about it. DK had some nice grabs, primarily off of Rodgers. We saw the connection there. Jeremy kind of had a quiet day compared to normal. The Rook didn't do too much, but what do you guys want to talk about compared to, our wide receiver 1 and 2? Pittman, kind of a slow day, but, Roman, this first unit, what are you guys making of it so far today?
I really want to just point out Roman. Like I know I really want to. I'm really excited for him. I know everyone just hates on him, but like, dude, the dude is probably the fastest on our WR, like in our WR room. He made a great catch in the 2 minute drill.
Mm-hmm.
Then the dude can get up there. He has some hops. Like that dude can get up there. I know DK can get up there, but dude, he can jump up on a 50 ball and
Hmm.
get up there. Um, I'm excited for him, honestly. Out of all the, I know DK obviously is DK. Pittman, we couldn't really see much.
Hmm.
But Roman, I felt like is just the star right now. Obviously, he's getting
Oh
most of the
yeah.
ball, but like seriously, this dude, Aaron Rodgers is not joking. This dude is impressing people.
I
Oh,
I
I
think
agree.
that Yeah, I
No, go on,
100%
Logan.
agree. I think that Roman is for sure wide receiver three. I mean, just from like the uses that we've seen, it's been the talk of the town. It feels like on Twitter and everything about Roman Wilson and the usage that he's been getting in training
Hmm.
camp. It's like you know he's going to be wide receiver three. Obviously, Michael Pittman. It's been a little bit of a slow training camp, but I feel like he's still warming up. It's a new environment and everything. I mean,
Hmm.
he's only been on the Colts since his rookie year, so I mean, it's a new environment. You got to get adjusted. And I think he'll settle into that wide receiver too, but I think Roman's gonna have a big year. I mean, I like not like wide receiver one standard, but I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers likes him. He's gonna know how to use him. He's gonna find him on some little tricky
Yeah.
plays. I think he's
Especially
gonna get some big
underneath,
usage
yeah,
this
like I
year.
could
Oh
like
yeah,
underneath like an extra 10 yards on the run when he gets the ball. Yeah, I'm that's what I picture when I see Roman, and especially like put him in the
exactly.
slot. Like
Mm-hmm.
he definitely should
And
get used a lot. Like just for
and
his just shiftiness and how quick he is. I mean, he is like I said, he's the quickest on the field.
And like, dude, it's kind of crazy to think like whenever we were talking about the wide receivers and like what's his name? Who was our wide receiver three last year? I can't remember his name right now.
Um,
Calvin Austin.
yes.
Calvin
Mm-hmm.
Austin. We were talking about losing Calvin Austin, how that was a pain. And it's like, oh, why Roman Wilson's gonna be a wide receiver three. And it's like now it's like, oh, Roman Wilson's gonna be a wide receiver three. I
Hmm.
can I want to see big things out of him. I mean, this guy
Hmm.
won a national championship coming into the draft, and I think a lot of people were talking shit on him, saying he was going to go to XFL, and I think he still has something to prove. I mean,
Hmm.
I've called him the garbage time master and everything, and I've hated on him, but I mean, I really do think he's going to do good this year. I think he's going to bring big things.
It's
I
expected. We
agree.
wanted to
The
have
thing,
him.
the thing I wanna point out just before we move on to the tight ends quickly, and then move on to somewhere else. Is that with Roman, like the thing you got to realize is like that I think we should really like teach. Just I mean, not that there's much like young footballers out there listening, but you got to remember
Hmm.
he was buried in the depth chart with the injury. I mean, he worked like that's obvious. We don't got to say that. But the thing is
Yeah.
that I do want to point out is that is evident is Mike McCarthy said who was the first one who texted him when he came to town. Look who's getting all these reps and is jumped up the depth chart and is
He's
got a
working.
fresh new life and has found graces in the coaching staff. I'm just saying, building those relationships, getting the first word out there, and doing that type of thing, like it helps. And it really worked for Roman. And I'm excited, like you guys said. I agree with his slot and what he can do over the middle. But I mean, it wasn't just him. The tight ends had. I feel like a quiet day. The biggest thing, I mean, for me was they used Darnell kind of in the backfield, almost like a fullback, which to me was a little confusing just because they drafted that guy out of Indiana, Riley Nowakowski. But other than that, did you guys see anything different out of the tight ends? I know Tanyan had some praise, but I don't know. What do you guys take away?
I mean, I also feel like tight ends also is in the role of running backs where it's kind of hard to judge
Yeah.
them too. Like I feel like that's the same with
Uh,
that. And I don't really have much else to say other than that.
yeah, I think that I agree with you, Caleb. I feel like it's also, you got to think about Aaron Rodgers and his tight end usage in the past couple of years. He
Yeah.
loves his tight end. So I think both of these guys, I've talked about it.
That's a
Both of
quote.
these guys are going to eat.
He loves his
Both of
tight
these
ends.
guys, he loves his tight ends. He does. But I mean, I'm serious. I think these guys are going to eat. I mean, freaking Darnell was massive. This guy, I mean, also, I don't know if we've talked about this, but like, Darnell in the past couple of years has looked a little tubby, but like he's still giant. He looks fucking jacked now. Like, I mean, the guy is
That dude can
he
move.
is leaned out. Like this
300
guy,
pounds.
that's what I
tight
mean.
end.
Like, dude. So I mean, he's gonna eat. Freiermuth's gonna eat. I'm excited to see him in an offensive-minded system. I mean, I'm just excited to see how the tight ends play too, because like you said, Kaleb, it's a toss-up. But I think they're gonna be very split because they can both do it. They can both block. They can both catch. They can both run. It's just, well, who are you gonna use in what situation? That's what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, even last year, I was just so pissed on how much they didn't use Muth in the prior week. Like, I was
Exactly.
just pissed at that, and I feel like he's a talented tight end. Like, if you just use him, he can get you touchdowns. And I said it on my Twitter. This Rodgers and Muth they're gonna eat, like you said, this year, and he has to use them. And Tunyon too, he's good too. Better,
Yeah.
played with Rodgers for a good amount of years in Green Bay. So, hey, I think we have really 3 solid tight ends. And you never know, Eli Heinrich can be in there too if you want. He's also, I guess, scheduled throughout tight end and whatever you want to put him at.
Yeah, he could play anywhere.
He's whatever you want him to be, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how it pans out. I'm just worried if they take, playing time away from each other, but regardless, like it's too early to tell and just see how it pans out. And I think you can eventually just make it all work. But moving on with the pads, I mean, we saw the O-line really get for the first day, like out there grinding, hitting, and like really moving against each other. With that, we also saw them go against the defense for the first time, really like full speed for training camp, which was a nice change from when we were there the first time. But there was some pretty good reps. Do you guys want to just take away what you guys saw from the guys on the trenches?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I saw was just really about Ian Achor and just how the work he was getting in. I said that right, correctly?
Yeah,
I said that right? Okay. I was looking at your guys' faces to make sure I did it, but you guys
Nope,
didn't really
you
give a
said it
reaction. All right. So, I mean, but like just from what I've seen, it's a lot of one-on-one work. It seems like we're getting a lot of good work on him. I from what I've seen, it's a lot of good stuff. I was kind of skeptical about him, but I mean, I think he's still a work in progress. But from what I've seen, it looks good. Like you said, you gotta win on Highsmith. I mean,
he's a rookie.
He's working on it.
He's a rookie. I mean, it's going to take time. Obviously, I still don't think he's going to get the starting position.
No.
But, I mean, also Mason McCormick and Zach Frazier today, they were a wall today. So it was just good to see them working with TJ Watt and obviously Highsmith and all of them. But, yeah, other than that, I don't have much other than that. But
it was also good to just see him getting reps in.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
saw it
just
super
see how
close
hungry
up. Like,
they were.
They were right in front of us. We saw it completely right up front. So that was nice.
It was it was good to see. I saw TJ win a few nice reps. Even he did some over the middle, which was cool to see that, like, differing position like they talked about. I saw people on the comments of the video that actually we posted of him walking in saying, "Oh, he was walking weird on his left knee," and which I don't buy at all. And I think you saw in the clips of even him out there that he's completely ready to go and ramped up. But maybe that might be something to keep an eye on, is just his physicality.
I also saw somebody say, like, he's walking and he's so washed, it's crazy. It's like, dude, shut the hell up. This guy's not washed yet.
Dude, I mean,
he's not washed
if
yet.
they can move him around the line and stuff, like I'm telling you, he can be more dominant moving around. Like, if you're
it'll
just
take
gonna
such a big load off of him.
If you're and if you're just gonna stay in one spot, like, obviously he had a down year, but if he needs to move around. I think that's the best way to use that, and just the best way to mix up the offensive lineman. They're not gonna know where he wants to go, where to line up at. And he should definitely move around. I know he said that last year, and then he never moved around at all, and he just stayed in one position.
Well, it's because he wasn't.
I really.
Sorry to cut you off, Kaleb.
No, say what you're gonna say.
It's he said that he wasn't comfortable. He said he said he didn't feel comfortable in himself and being able to move. He said he would tell Tomlin in the defensive coaches that. So I mean, I feel like in this he just kind of trusts it more. So I feel like he's more open to the idea. And also, I mean, Cam Hayward had the quote that he said, like, you have to adapt. So I mean, it feels like this defense is just buying into this new scheme, and it feels like they're really liking it.
Yeah,
I
perfectly
agree.
said.
Yeah, I mean that's all we got to say, at least on the pass rush for sure. But I mean, the secondary was a major talk of training camp early, especially like Asante Samuel. Jaquan Brisker definitely had a good day. There was some talks of him, maybe getting some blitzes that would have been for sacks and just some good plays in coverage. But other than that, I mean, Doneiko Slaughter had a pick off of Howard. Dalen Everett had a decent day, but I don't know if you guys had anything other to add from the secondary. I mean, the biggest thing to me, and I don't know if you guys can agree on, is that the corner Jamel Dean, like I still like he hasn't really done much out there. It
I
feels
honestly
like.
haven't even looked out for him at all. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're even like talking about him. I forgot completely about him.
I was gonna
Getting
say.
him. I didn't even see anything. I didn't look at him at all for the past 2 days we went there.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, if you want
it's.
to talk about invisible, that's your guy right there.
I mean,
Well,
I think
I
it's
still
gonna
think our
change, but
defense. I still think
yeah.
we still have a lot of depth in our defense, especially with just the whole new embrace change thing. I think like we should definitely be better in defense this year, 100%. And everyone should be moving around. Obviously, we don't. I mean, we don't know where Ramsey's going to go. We don't really know where everyone else is going to go fully.
Oh
So
well, whenever you talk about them, I saw somebody talking about that they were running around at practice today. So I mean, at least that's a step in the right direction, I guess.
yeah, well, we're gonna. I hope JPJ doesn't just hold up. Yeah, he's probably going to want his money, and he deserves his money. I
Oh,
mean,
he's
come on.
he's gonna he's gonna
But
get his
like,
money.
I hope he plays and doesn't, sit out the whole preseason or whatever you want to say it. I hope he plays this season. So
I think he'll definitely get his money. But
yeah,
I mean, other than that, Patrick Queen had his interception off of Rodgers. Wilson Holcomb had some decent days, but before we put a pin on it for this, is there anything you guys want to add on? I mean, what I presume this is probably our last training camp and our last half episode until what? Maybe we have another special occasion. Anything you guys want to add before we put a pin in it?
yeah, maybe like some preseason games. I guess we could do some stuff with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just overall rating training camp. It was definitely a great experience. I like we said before, day 2 or today that we went for a second day was definitely much better. Um, and yeah, I was just seeing. I mean, I was just looking at other comments about when Mike Tomlin did training camp and stuff like that. It was just looked completely different to how it is this year. So I think it's definitely more fun for the fans for how quick everyone's moving around. They do 5-minute drills and they get 1-minute break and then they have to move around. So I rate that. I mean, I think training camp is awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for preseason.
Of
I think
course.
I just want to cap off my portion just by saying that going into it, whenever I was a young lad, I never saw the appeal of training camp. I thought it was stupid. And now that I've gone 2 days of it, I 100% see the appeal of it. If you can go,
Hmm.
just go. It's fun. It's 100%
Yeah.
free if you don't buy any of the food or any shit there. Avoid the lemonade because that shit's like $15. That's
And the mystery
crazy.
jerseys. And the mystery
Yeah, and the
jerseys.
mystery jerseys. I mean, like, if you literally just go there to go watch the shit and just go be there to experience it, 100% free, dude, just go do it. It's fun. Especially, like Caleb said, like, how fast paced it is and just, you get just be involved. I mean, like, you get autographs. It's fun. It's a fun
Grab some
experience.
videos too. Don't let the
Yeah,
employees
no,
stop
fuck,
you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
man, fuck that
Man.
policy. Just record it. They can't do anything.
Even if you probably are
Give
going to
it-
be on their
guys,
hit list someday.
And like the thing is like we're all gonna see the clips at some point. So just
Yeah.
post it. Just post it. We all want to see it. So
Yeah,
just
even,
whenever you get,
you
just
know.
post it.
Maybe they'll even do a show on the baseball field and stream the whole 2-minute drill and then still tell their fans that they can't record. Maybe they'll do that
Yeah,
next
exactly,
time too.
exactly.
Maybe they'll get some better logic next time. But I mean, I think that's it. We'll come back at you guys next Sunday. Obviously, there's training or tons of Pirate stuff, trade deadline, and we'll get to see how everyone performs and not just give our rash thoughts. You want to give it? You want to give a taste, Logan? Give a
No.
quick taste. I know you want to give a quick taste.
I was just gonna say, dude, shout out Kenny Pickett. Let's get that win.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
there
get that
you
win in the
go.
Hall of Honor game. Let's get that win in the Hall of Fame game, baby. Let's go, Kenny.
That is exciting to see. I mean, it's going to be the best performance. It might be a Hall of Fame worthy performance. That's all that can be said about it. They're going to give him the gold jacket there.
Hall of Fame.
They're going to have
Super
it
Bowl
ready for him
champion
whenever
Kenny Pickett.
I mean, normally it's what preseason they'll use multiple quarterbacks. He's gonna play so good, they're not even gonna do that.
He's gonna play the whole first half.
He's going to play the whole game, Kaleb. He's going to fucking make a fourth quarter comeback like he did in his prime.
Against Baltimore.
He did that shit like 3 times.
Hey. But, yeah, that's going to end it for episode 18 and a half. There are a lot of news, like Myles said, for the Pirates. We'll debrief all of that. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you said the Pirates. It's a Steelers only episode, buddy.
No, we're saying for next episode. For next episode.
Oh, my bad.
Next episode, there's a hell of news. But yeah, we'll see you in this week, Sunday. See y'all. Bye.